All right, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dr. Cece Says, my Facebook Live series where we talk about all things that help us be happy, healthy, and whole. So, tonight, I just wanted to come on and give you all a little sneak peek into what we'll be talking about for the rest of July. As always, please say hello in the chat so I know you're here. And if you are catching the replay, drop replay in the chat for me. All right. So, y'all, July is BiPOC Mental Health Month. And BiPOC stands for Black, Indigenous, and People of Color. Okay. This month is also known as Minority Mental Health Month, but the term minority is somewhat outdated, not used very often anymore. We're trying to shy away from that for a number of reasons. But one of the main reasons is because there is nothing minor about people of color. All right. So we want to stop using words that do not adequately identify or describe us. So you'll see both terms, but more and more people are using the term BiPOC, Mental Health Month. Okay. And y'all, why is it important? We just had Mental Health Awareness Month in May, right? So why are we even acknowledging the BiPOC Mental Health Month? A number of reasons, but one main reason is because the BiPOC experience with mental health concerns, as well as with access to mental health care, has not always been the same as it is for everybody else. And one reason for that is because BiPOC folks have endured a lot of triggers and a lot of things that intensify mental health concerns: racism, discrimination, oppression, just to name a couple. And we want to make sure that we are highlighting those things so that we can address it. All right. So we want to validate people's experience and we want to address and see what we can do about it. So for July, I want to make sure on Dr. Cece Says that we highlight some of the experiences that BiPOC folks have had that have led to an increase in stress, an increase in mental health concerns. And I also want to address and discuss barriers to mental health treatment that BiPOC people encounter. Okay. If you all have any specific questions about mental health concerns for Black, Indigenous, and people of color, you can drop it in the chat or you can send me a direct message and I will make sure to address it on one of the lives. Okay. All right. So I got a couple of comments here. Hey, Jaleesa. Hey, hubby. All right. So, y'all, and also if you have any topics in general that you want to, see me address or have me discuss with you all on Dr. CC Says, drop it in a DM. Let me know. Okay. Now, while I was thinking about BiPOC Mental Health Month, I kept going back to this past weekend. So, hubby and I went to the African American Museum in DC as part of our anniversary celebration. So, we spent a couple of days in DC being tourists, right? And we only live about 30 minutes in good traffic from DC. But we don't spend as much time in DC as we would like. And we definitely don't usually go and be tourists. So we decided to do that this weekend as part of our getaway and part of our celebration. And just side note, y'all, go and be a tourist sometime in the area that you're in or in an area close by. Go see stuff that you wouldn't usually have time to see while you checking off stuff on your things to do list, right? Or stuff that you just pass by, or things that you might even say, oh, that's for tourists. Stop and do those things because you will see your area in a totally different light when you go and do the touristy things. Okay. So, yeah, we went to the African American Museum and it was all the things. All the things that you have heard it was. It was all of that and some more. And we stayed the entire time it was open. And we actually spent 3 whole hours on the ground floor. And so the ground floor is the area that talks about slavery and the Middle Passage and all of those things, that we concentrate on that got us to where we are now. All right. And so, y'all, there were a lot of emotions. It was a lot of review of information that both of us had learned right throughout our life. But there were also some light bulb moments. So when folks say you don't fully know where you're going until you know where you've been, I definitely saw some of that while we were at the museum this weekend. And one thing that was really striking to me was all the times it was documented that people knew better about slavery and justified their inaction in one way or another. Now, of course, we know that people knew slavery was wrong, right? But it was documented over and over again that people that had the power to do something about it, not only did they know better, they felt some type of way. They felt uncomfortable. They felt uneasy, whatever word you want to put right there. But they still did nothing to stop it or to even affect it in any way that would have been positive for the people that were being treated poorly, right? And then on top of that, they justified their inaction. And y'all, my husband will tell you, I had a lot of commentary while we were in the museum. That part was hard for me to swallow, the inaction. And I kept thinking about Dr. King's quote: the ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. And so, going back to my live from last week, open your mouth and speak, y'all, we have to make sure that we are speaking up. Speaking up for justice, speaking up for truth, speaking up for equality, speaking up for rights. And that doesn't mean that we're going to all do it the same way. Some of us will protest. Some of us will write checks or make donations. Some will champion the cause on social media. Some people will encourage voting. Some people will do all of those things. I'm not really trying to tell you how to do it. I'm just saying make sure you are paying attention and doing whatever part you are led to do, because it's a lot of work still left out there to be done. Okay. So y'all, back to the African American Museum. So we did make it to other floors. We didn't just stay on the bottom floor. We didn't get to spend as much time on the rest of the floors, but we saw some awesome exhibits and some displays that honored Black culture and Black people. And what they tell you is true. So they'll tell you to start on the bottom floor and work your way up. Now, you can do it any way you want to, but that's their suggestion. And I definitely agree, because your mood is lifted as you climb from floor to floor, right? So I felt some type of way when I left off that ground floor. But as I went up, as I saw other exhibits, one thing that I kept thinking was, y'all, we are magic. That was one thing that made me smile. We really are magic. Black folks are magic. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we dance, our creativity, our soul, our rhythm, our perseverance. Y'all, we are absolutely magic. And other people have magic, don't get me wrong, but there is something about our magic that's absolutely incredible. And y'all have heard me talk about magic, right? Y'all seen me post about magic. And this past Friday, I actually did my first workshop about leaning into magic. And it was a lot of fun. It went really well. I've gotten really great feedback, and I've had people reach out to me and ask me about future workshops. And so guess what? I'm doing it again, y'all. So, backed by popular demand, the Leaning Into Your Magic workshop will happen next Tuesday, July 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's for my folks that get off work a little bit late and needed to get on a little bit later. So, if you want to come and learn about your magic, the things that make you who you are, the things that help you carry out your purpose, the things that help you make an impact on this world, register for the workshop. It's free, just like it was last time, and registration is required, just like it was last time. Okay, I've dropped the registration link in the details of the live, and I'll drop it in the chat once the live is over. But y'all, just remember, one, open your mouth and speak. When you see something that can be done, that should be done, and you have the power to do it, do it. If you have the power to say it, say it. Okay? And so definitely let's do the work that there is for us to do. Let's help other people realize their dreams. Let's help other people realize their magic. And y'all, let's make sure that we leave this world better than how we found it. All right. So that's all I have for you all tonight. I hope you have a great night. I hope you join me next Tuesday for the Magic Workshop and next Wednesday for Dr. Cece Says, so we can discuss some more BiPOC mental health issues and treatment. All right. All right. Y'all have a good night.